All right, push past your inner critic and all those little voices that are in your head. This is one of the biggest things that everyone kind of has to struggle with and deal with at some point in life. Maybe a lot, maybe not so much. Literally the first thing when it comes to like your inner critic and overthinking things, we worry too much about what other people think about us. And in terms of worrying about who's in our industry as well and like our work not being good enough. When you become a fresh personal trainer, you're getting straight into the industry, all you're worried about is like all the other trainers looking at you going, am I doing a good enough job? Am I doing the right things with my clients? Blah, 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 blah. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably not even looking at you. And think about this, they're the one person in that whole gym that is never going to invest in your business. So why am I worried about how they're gonna critique me? It's same with like photography, maybe if you're being a teacher, any job really, whoever's in the same industry as you and you're worrying about them, they're probably never going to buy off you or they're never going to invest in your business. So we need to push that aside and realize we don't need to worry about them. Second thing, when we start talking to ourselves too much and kind of backing out of things, is maybe the goal or the task is a bit too big. Put the task at the top of like a whiteboard or something and then start breaking it down into little things and start achieving those little things. And once we start doing all of them consistently, it actually leads to that goal and creates that bigger picture, but in littler ways. The next thing, if you're worried about doing something, ask for help. So many people don't ask for help enough, and it is literally the best tool that you can get. Just ask the right questions, and if you don't have someone around you to ask those questions, research more, okay? The more confident you're in of yourself on that topic or that task or that goal is because you've actually taken the time to work to get the right research, the right information that's going to help you achieve that or go further with your career. Another thing I want you to think about is, I read this in a really good book somewhere, I can't remember what book it is, but they said whatever you're worried about or whatever you're dealing with or whatever's stopping you, will it stand up in court? So when you go to a courtroom, they have to give proper evidence, obviously, to convict or not convict. So they need solid evidence. And if they don't have that, it gets thrown out. So I want you to think about something that is stopping you, and do you actually have solid physical evidence that's actually stopping you, you know? And the last thing is a bit of self-talk. Now, this is something that I teach a lot of people about this. It does sound silly when you first do it, but the more you do it, the better you get at. I can't. So many people say I can't. I've been guilty of it, but try and say I can and then figure it out. They literally are the same thing, they're just spelt different. And we give so much power to I can't for whatever reason. We just assume that we can't do something and we give it that power and believe it. But when it becomes to an I can, we kind of and ah about it and don't actually believe in ourselves enough. So I want you to start saying I can a little bit more and then trying to figure it out. You suck. They just say in your head to yourself, oh, you suck at this, you can't do this. Well, at least you gave it a go while someone else is sitting on their butt, not even trying. I really want you to think about that. Next one, I'm sure a lot of people have said this, is I failed. Now, I personally have failed at a million things, but if I give up, I'm not going to get anywhere. So you just keep on trying. And like we go back to that other thing, ask people certain questions so you can get help. So then next time when you try again, you actually succeeded. A big one, and I said this a lot at school, a little bit now, I don't know that. Well, the difference between knowing that and not knowing something is, again, researching, finding things out, taking the time to actually break things down and figure out what you do know about a subject or a topic or a goal or whatever it is and what you don't know, and finding the people that do know that and asking them those questions. And that's it, guys. So hopefully that has helped you in some way, even if you've just taken out a little bit from that, and start adding that into your everyday life and see how you go, and see how if you can start to push that little bit of an inner critic down and really start believing in yourself to achieve the things that you want to achieve.